Hello everybody, Neolifer here. Today's video is all about real estate. No, just joking. I'm not going to talk about real estate. I'm here investigating real estate. But when I'm talking to you guys, it's going to be talking about Neo and nothing else but Neo. Why you should be selling everything you have and buy Neo. And here's a prime example why you should not invest in real estate. Because look around you, there's a lot of people who invested here and lost tons of money. Yeah, this is actually the best shopping center I found in entire city of Vientiane, and you can see for yourself how successful this is. This building has been around for 3+ years. Actually built before COVID, but they shut it down during COVID time, and now back online again. This is the third floor, not the ground floor. Because of that, it's a lot less foot traffic, and someone just invested quite a bit of money to set up this multi-billion retail store. I don't think they're going to make it because just not enough foot traffic. And the top floor should be space for a cinema and other things. They have not been able to find a tenant, and I don't think they will anytime soon because investing in cinema is not cheap. I used to be shareholder in one of the largest cinema chain in Australia. I know how expensive they can get. So while I'm showing you a dead mall, at the same time I want to talk about the exciting opportunity in Neo and why you as the brand new investor to this business should consider put all your money into Neo. Why? Number one, why not? You have never done it before, right? Have you ever done all in before in your life? You haven't. But guess what? Life is full of all ins. You actually are the result of an all in experience. Just ask your mom, how many guys did she marry before she gave birth to you? Probably just one, right? All in. Ask your dad, how many women did he marry before they committed to you as the baby? Only just one as well. All in is normal in nature because only when you do all in, you are able to get the best possible result out of your action. In this case, the best possible result out of your action is getting the maximum return on investment on your shares in Neo. Look at this. This is a playground for kids. So this is still profitable. Why is this part profitable? Because the setup is very cheap and they can charge a lot of money because parents want to get a relief from taking care of the kids. So there's always customer for this kind of business. But in China, those businesses don't get any customers because they don't give birth to children anymore. However, in countries like Laos, they are still giving birth to plenty of kids. Not as much as used to do, but plenty enough. All right, a short about the different section of the shopping mall. This is a pretty big mall, not that small one. And I'm pointing to myself. Max effect. Yeah. First of all, in case you think that every day the share price of NEO can only go up, never go down, that's not going to be the case. Okay, that's not how shares work. Even people who made profit needs to cash in short-term profits. However, don't worry about it because the big trend is in our favor. It does not matter how much short-term profit is taken. In the long term, the buying pressure is going to be enormous. Why? Because we're basically initiating the largest private share buyback program of all time. Yeah, I think I'm going to subtitle this thing with private share buyback of NEO. Why do I call this? Oh, child labor. Fantastic. Look at that, child labor. Cool. Okay, we got a interesting place here, a gym that has no members. Yeah, that's probably the dad of the child laborer. Yeah, I just captured child labor on camera. Yeah, but this country probably is all legal anyway. So yeah. Back to about Neo. The price is going to fluctuate, but ultimately we're doing a private share buyback. What is a private share buyback? A private share buyback is having everybody committing to buying the shares and not releasing it back to the open market until it reaches $100 per share. That is a private share buyback. Okay? We are doing a action-packed private share buyback program for NEO shares. I'm calling out to the world here to help me achieving it. How do we do that? Can you please subscribe, first of all? My dear viewers, I have far more viewers than subscribers, and it does take a lot of effort to make those videos, but most importantly, the bigger my subscriber number, the faster we get to NEO 100. So if you want to make money from NEO shares, please subscribe. Okay? Then please like this video and give me a comment. All this trigger algorithm in YouTube to present the same video to more people. That's all it does. I'm still doing the heavy lifting. I'm still the one doing the sales pitch, making the video, spending my time and effort to making everybody entrusting their money into NEO shares. However, I do need your help to subscribe. Please subscribe. That's the first step. Now, the next step is very simple. Go tell everyone you know about the mission NEO 100. NEO 100 is not a simple mission. It's not something I can achieve alone. As you have seen, the more people participate in NEO 100, the more successful it becomes. And all the hedge funds knows this. Therefore, they will be watching the progression of this channel extensively. The view numbers, the hours, the viewerships, the commitments, the comments itself is all that matters because that's the external expression of your commitment to buy back NEO shares and hold it until $100 per share. Unlike a traditional way of investing in a company like NEO, where you just buy and hoping for the best, when we commit ourselves to $100 per share, what happens is that we're virtually locking away available shares to be unavailable to anybody else to buy. This is a huge, huge difference. When we lock away the shares, these shares are gone basically for a long time. And when we don't have the ability to release those shares by mentally committing ourselves to the holding of $100 per share, then it is the equivalent of the company using company cash to buy back shares and reducing share counts. We are basically reducing dramatically available shares for sale when you commit to $100 per share. It is an event that cannot be underestimated. The best way I can explain to you what happened is with the Volkswagen short squeeze. For those who don't know what happened in short squeeze in Volkswagen, is that Porsche, the holding company that actually owns a lot of Volkswagen shares, decided to do a hostile takeover. And in the process of hostile takeover, they secretly bought a lot of shares in the options market and called in those shares, and there were not enough shares available to buy. And of course, all the shares that Porsche already owned was not available for sale, and therefore it is completely, utterly impossible for the share shorts to cover the shares. So basically, overnight, they triggered a short squeeze of massive, epic proportion. And we are going to do better than Porsche. Why? Porsche is only one company. If we are united and stand together, we are going to be bigger than the Porsche short squeeze. Way bigger, way better. Why? Because Volkswagen was traded in the German stock market, and the player Porsche is a German company. They have direct access as market or capital. Capital market. Okay, today I didn't drink my coffee, so I'm a bit tired. Okay, you know what? Maybe I should turn around the camera again, then talk a bit more. Uh, in case of NEO, the difference is simple. NEO is traded on three stock exchanges, and NEO is accessible by millions of investors. I repeat, millions of investors can access NEO. Millions of investors, not just one or two investors, millions of investors can access NEO. And therefore, we have the ability to corner the market from everywhere in the world, in every share market. So you literally could have a 24-hour short squeeze where in the morning you squeeze starting in Hong Kong, then move over to Singapore, then end in New York, and then the self-reinforcing effect kicks in, and therefore the squeeze another day starts again, 5 days a week, again and again and again. All that combined, basically, it creates a never-ending upward potential for the share price to shoot up. And of course, all the short-term momentum traders is going to come in and decide to join the fund. And this is the reason already now we have trading volume far exceeding the moving average. That's the reason we're getting 200 million shares a day traded. That's the reason we basically have the ability to squeeze the share into virtually infinity, but I'm not targeting infinity. I'm just targeting 100 US dollar per share. Okay, 100 US dollar per share, or we don't stop. Simple as that. Look around here. A lot of jewelry for sale, a lot of clothing for sale, but no one here to buy. But you know what? If NEO goes to 100 US dollar per share, maybe we should come here, buy stuff and give them away. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah. Either way, all I'm saying is that uh, buy more shares in NEO and tell as many people as possible about this event so that more people can participate in the short squeeze of NEO shares and therefore making everybody multimillionaire in the process. I think based on the comment section, I would say we are having at least 300 multimillionaires in the making. Minimum 300. How about this? Today, to show commitment, why not give me a comment saying, I want to be a multimillionaire in 2026, December 2026, with NEO shares. And this is how I do it, by buying this amount of NEO shares and hold it until it is 100 US dollar per share. Okay, let's calculate how much shares do you need to be a multimillionaire in US dollar term with NEO. To be a multimillionaire, you must have minimum 2 million US dollar, right? And to have 2 million US dollar shares, when the shares trading at $100 per share, you must have 20,000 shares. So, can you scrap enough money together to buy 20,000 shares at today's price at 6 US dollar per share? 20,000 shares times 6 US dollar, that's what, 120? Is it 20,000? It's not 2,000? I'm not sure. I'm making a video without calculator. You guys can do the calculation. I suck at math. So I think it's 20,000. 20,000 shares times 6 US dollar per share. So 120,000 US dollar. So if you put 120,000 US dollar into NEO right now, you will be able to be a multimillionaire by end of next year. If this is not enticing enough to you, then I don't know what it is. Truly, you have to be uh, very afraid not to do this. So, what is 120,000 US dollars? It's just a car, or it is a property here. I found through this trip, I have found rental properties at 11% yield, selling for 120,000 US dollar per unit. I literally just came from a negotiation round with a beautiful real estate agent. You can see on my thumbnail. Yeah, here, even the real estate agents looking like beauty pageants. Of course, most important is the price. Who cares about the beauty? Beauty does not pay rent, price does. So I'm still negotiating very hard, and hopefully I will get the deal done before I finish this trip. Who knows? Okay, I hope you guys get an idea of how the shopping center here looks like. At the same time, I want everybody to understand sky's the limit now because $5 is the bottom. and $6 is the bottom of the day. And very soon we're gonna attack $10. And once we take out 10, 20 is in the cart. Once we take out 20, 40 will be in the cart. The way we go from 5 to 10 is the same way we go from 10 to 20, the same way we're gonna go from 20 to 40. Simple as that. Okay? Here's the name of the shopping center in case you don't know where this is. This place is called Parkson. And I'm Neo-Lifer. I'm here to guide everybody to multi-million-dollar status with the mission of pushing Neo shares to $100 per share. Until this is achieved, I'm gonna stop. I will not stop making videos. Simple as that. That is my commitment, and this is my absolute, unwavering leadership spirit right here on display. Okay? One final shot towards my regular working place. This is where we're gonna work. Upload the video, put a thumbnail up, and upload, and rally the market until we get $100 per share. Until $100 per share is reached, we are not gonna stop. This is the new headquarters. Do you like it? Maybe I'll give you guys a tour. This is the first Starbucks they ever opened in Laos, and it still looks very good. Let's see how it looks like. Because right now it's a bit late, so not that many people here, but still good enough. I'll go find a seat and edit this video and post it, and you guys literally can see my workflow. Walk around the shopping center, make video and post. Which seat should I see? I think just this corner is good enough. All right. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a fantastic day. Neo 100.